Hello, Mukti here. I'm one of the co-founders of By the Fire. We are a blockchain gaming guild focused on maximizing opportunities and earning potential for our members in the Web3 gaming space. One of the ways that we do this is by finding really fun and high quality gaming projects being built on blockchain. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at one of our most highly anticipated upcoming projects, the Goons of Balatroon. The featured product of the Goons of Balatroon ecosystem is without a doubt their trading card game. This game was in large part designed and built by a former Magic the Gathering pro, and it boasts some of the coolest and most unique mechanics that we've ever seen in a game of this genre. While the quality of the game itself is what we are expecting will be the main factor in drawing new eyes to the project in the future, there's a lot more going on within the Goons of Balatroon ecosystem than just this game. The project also features one of the coolest NFT collections we've seen, with two factions, Bears and Bulls, going head-to-head in vicious card game combat. They also have an upcoming metaverse known as the World of Balatroon that they've held a land sale for recently, and their very own token, the GOB token, that has a bunch of utility throughout the Goons of Balatroon ecosystem. In this video, we're going to take a look at all of the crucial pieces of information that you should know in regards to this project, and by the end, I'm sure you'll see why we at By the Fire are so bullish on the Goons of Balatroon and why we're expecting big things for this project in the future. We're going to start the video by looking at a little bit of the game itself. The card game is currently open to a Goon holders only beta, so you can access the game by purchasing one of the Goon of Balatroon NFTs, and a little bit later in this video, we will cover how you can buy these NFTs and some of the benefits that come with owning them. For now, we're going to look at some of the details of the game itself. So standard to most CCGs, at the bottom of the screen, you have your starting hand. Each player begins the game with 5 cards randomly drawn from your deck. So user cards are shown at the bottom and your opponent cards are shown at the top. Off to the left of the board is the graveyard. So when a card is removed from the battlefield, it will be visible off to the left in the graveyard. And then these areas next to the Goon NFTs, avatars, and the health points, this is where mystery cards become shown when they're in play. So there are 3 different types of cards in this game. There are creatures, spells, and mystery cards. And when you have a mystery down, it will display here in this area. In this section of the video, I'm going to jump to various points of a game I played against community member Deep Space to cover different aspects of the game and how they work. For future videos, we will have more in-depth strategy and sort of how-to guides, but for the sake of this video covering the ecosystem as a whole, we're not going to spend too much time on the game itself, just the key dynamics of how the game works. One important thing to note before we get into a little bit of gameplay is that there are 4 categories of elements that a card can belong to. There's fire, electricity, water, and earth. There are also neutral cards that don't belong to any one element. And you'll see in a little bit of gameplay here how the elements impact the board. Various cards also have certain buffs and debuffs that only impact cards of a certain element. So these really come into play when you're looking to craft a deck for competitive play. Alright, so as we get into a little bit of gameplay here, one thing you'll notice is that there is no resource bar in this game. What's common in a lot of CCGs is you'll have a certain resource that you can use, starting with 1 on turn 1. So in Hearthstone, for example, you'll have 1 mana to play a card on turn 1, 2 on turn 2, 3 on turn 3, etc. But the Goons decided to take a different approach to this, and instead they have a tile generation system. So if you noticed on turn 1, I only had 1 tile to play a creature card on, and now on turn 2, I have 2 tiles to potentially play a creature card on. And because the first card that I played had the dig trait, you can see that middle tile is now marked with an earth emblem. And because my opponent's card had an aqua trait, he now has a water emblem on his left tile there. Now, not all cards of a certain element will mark the tile and change it to a certain element, but what happens if a card does have one of those traits, so you can see there on an earth tile, the trait is called Dig, and on water tiles, it's called Aqua. If you then play a card of the same element on that tile, it gets a +1 attack buff. So it's beneficial to, often what you'll do, what would make sense in this case. Now we're in beta now, so the cards we can use are limited, but when we can craft our own decks and use all the NFT cards that are still being developed, it makes sense to go with decks heavy in one element, potentially two elements, because those cards will oftentimes complement each other well. You can see there I use a Fireball spell card, and here I use a mystery card. So you'll see when a mystery is played, it doesn't go on the board, it goes there to the left of my avatar, where on my end I can see what the mystery card is, but on my opponent's side, he just sees a little Goons of Balatroon eyeball icon that I will show you here in a little bit. And by in a little bit, what I meant to say is right now. So I've jumped ahead quite a bit in this game. We're sort of at a midpoint of the match. As you can see, Deep Space is dominating me here with his Goon at 49 HP compared to the 29 HP of mine. So I just ended my turn. It's now on Deep Space, and he plays a mystery card in this turn, so you'll be able to see what that looks like from my perspective when an opponent plays a mystery card. And he also plays a spell card and another creature here, I believe. So you can see here how the tile interaction changes. That's a spell card he just pulled there, which allowed him to draw 2 more cards. And there you can see he played a mystery. So now to the left of his Goon, you can see that Goon eyeball. That tells me. So I now know that he has a mystery down, although I can't tell exactly what it is. And what I love about these cards, the creatures, spells, and mysteries, is there's such a wide variety of different abilities that you can unlock depending on the card you're playing. And there's so many cool combos that you can pull off. And right now in beta, we're very limited on the cards we can access. There are so many cards that are still being developed in the game, but they have their NFTs already out there and available for purchase. They're just not active in beta yet. But once more of these cards come into play, it's going to be crazy to see some of the combos you can pull off. Like already, I know a lot of guys have already started sort of theory crafting their decks, and it's going to be really cool to see, how this game looks when all the cards are out and playable. And so what we'll do now, well, spoiler alert for this game, if you couldn't tell already, Deep Space absolutely destroys me here. I believe just a couple turns from now, this game is over with my health bar at 0. So big respect to Deep Space. He seems to be one of the better players in the pool from what I can tell so far. What we'll do now is we'll jump to look at some of the cards that are available in the Goons of Balatroon ecosystem. And one thing we haven't covered yet for creature cards is War Cries and Last Breaths. So War Cries are abilities that creature cards activate when they're first played, and Last Breath is activated when a creature dies. Not all of the creature NFT cards have these abilities, but a good chunk of them do, which adds a really cool dynamic to the game and definitely brings in some layers of strategy as well. So we will jump now to the official Goons of Balatroon website to look at some of the cards. Okay, so we are here at goonsofbalatroon.com/cards. You can see here a complete list of 260 Genesis collectible cards. And down here in this card dashboard here on the first page, we can see various of the NFT cards. And we have this really nice filter menu here. So because I'm already connected with my MetaMask wallet, I can filter by ownership, look at all the cards, the regular ones I have collected, the shiny cards I've collected, which shinies are just rare editions of each of the cards, which I will show you an example of here in a minute. You can see all the cards I'm missing, the regulars I'm missing, and the shinies I'm missing. We can also filter by the various types. You can look at all the creature cards, spell cards, and mystery cards. We can also filter by the element. So if we want to look at all of the water mysteries, for example, we can see there are 5 of them here. Or if we want to look at all of the water creatures, can do the same. Can also filter by rarity. So there's common, rare, epic, and legendaries. If we want to look at all of the epic water creatures, we can see there's 4. So we will look at Meta Surfer, for example. We can click it to get a bigger picture. And look at some of the details here. So we can see creature, water, epic. The ability, it has aqua, so this tile will transform a tile into a water tile. At the end of your turn, give a random friendly creature +1 attack. Water upgrade, give +2 attack instead. So if you play this on a water tile, it gives +2 attack instead of +1. So that's an example of how the water tiles would buff this card. Not only would it be a 4/5 instead of a 3/5 being played on a water tile, but its buff is stronger as well. You can see it's an epic. It has a regular edition supply of 410 and a shiny edition supply of only 3. So those shinies, like I was saying, those are the rare version of each of the cards. There's no in-game benefit to it. There may be some kind of collectible benefit down the road, but as of right now, they just look cooler and are much more rare than the regular edition cards. You can see they're much more limited in supply. So this site is really, really nice for just getting a look at all the cards and finding out what sort of cards you want to purchase and add into your deck. Now, when the time comes, when you want to start crafting your deck and securing some cards for yourself, you have a couple options. The first option I'd recommend is coming here to the store tab on the Goons of Balatroon website. You can see here there's an update. We've temporarily removed the option to use GOB to purchase packs in anticipation of the token generation event. This has since happened. And before the TGE, they had the ability to buy packs with off-chain GOB that is passively generated by owning the Goon NFTs and Goon Bot NFTs, which we're going to take a look at in more detail in the next section. But for now, the packs are only available in ETH. They will be available again in GOB soon. If you're viewing this page for the first time, you'll be prompted to connect your MetaMask wallet, which is just very easy. You'll just hit connect and then verify in the MetaMask pop-up. You can see here you can buy from 1 pack all the way up to 100 packs. Some Goon NFTs come with a free pack claim. They all did initially, but most of them have been claimed at this point. But you can filter on OpenSea or LooksRare for Goons that still have their card pack claim available. So if you buy one with a card pack available, you'll be able to claim one for free. Or you can just buy them separate over here depending on the amount of packs you want to get. Each pack contains 5 cards with the chance of getting anything from common to legendary. And all the cards are in play here, so any creature, any spell, any mystery you could get from opening a pack, it's all random. There's going to be 70,800 packs in total sold, and we are approaching the 45,000 mark. So once these all sell out, there will be no more packs for the Genesis collection. So time is somewhat ticking here. And again, there's 5 cards for each pack. Now, if you already know specifically what cards you want to buy and you don't want to roll the dice with just opening packs, you have 2 options. You can go to the Immutable X marketplace and see all the cards that are listed there. You also have the option to filter on Immutable X for the element or the rarity of the creatures or cards as well. And Token Trove is another Immutable X marketplace that is a good option. So you can see what cards are available there, and you can buy specific ones without having to gamble with the packs. Now, once you own some cards and you own a Goon NFT, so you're able to access the beta and get into the game clients, you can come right here at the main game menu up to the collection tab here, and you can view all of the cards. You can see a lot of them say coming soon because they're not yet implemented into the game, but you can view the cards you currently have access to. You can see the inventory for each card you have, their abilities, and this is where you'll go to craft your decks. Over here, you'll be able to build all your different decks whenever the game is out in full and all the cards are available. You can see what cards you own, what cards you still do not own, and then how many of each card you have from right here within this card menu dashboard. Other than cards, there are 3 types of NFTs that exist within the Goons of Balatroon ecosystem. We have the Goon NFTs, that is the primary collection of the Goons of Balatroon, the Goon Bot NFTs, and the World of Balatroon land NFTs that they just minted and had the land sale for recently. In this next section, we're going to look at each of these collections and the utility that currently exists for each of them and some of the pending utility that will be coming in the future. Now, there will be a little bit of speculation here, especially with the land, as we don't know a ton about the utility of the land NFTs at the moment. We do know that the Goons have a metaverse coming, the World of Balatroon, that is going to be accompanied with a land battler game, but that is about as much as we know. We don't have too many details about the game and how it's going to work just yet. But nonetheless, we're going to take a look at everything we know in regards to these NFTs so far. Starting out here with the primary Goons collection on OpenSea, you can see there is a floor price of 0.16 ETH at the moment. And if we scroll down a bit, we can see the wide variety of traits, fur colors, characteristics that all of these Goon NFTs possess. Big fan of the art style the team went with here. I love the Bears versus Bulls faction dynamic. I think is really cool. And there's just a lot of cool, fun, goofy vibes to this collection. Great floor price, all things considered, at the moment to get involved with the first time. And this is just one of those projects that has been building, and there's a lot of utility coming for what I personally consider to be quite an undervalued project and collection. Not financial advice, but at By the Fire, we absolutely love the Goons. Now you can see over to the left here all the different traits. Some of the most important things to keep note of when you are considering buying a Goon is this bod claim status and card pack status update. So upon mint of the collection, every Goon NFT came with the ability to claim one bod per Goon. So bod NFTs we're going to look at next. They also give you passive gob generation, which is one key utility of both the Goon NFTs and the Goon bod NFTs. By owning a Goon NFT, you get 10 gob generated per day. By owning a bot NFT, you also get 10 gob generated per day. And by owning both of them in the same wallet together, you get a 2 gob bonus. So you are generating 22 gob per day for each pair of Goon and Goon bot that you hold. So if you're looking at buying a Goon, you can filter it here for Goons that have their bots unclaimed. And they tend to have a bit higher of a floor price because the bots themselves carry a good amount of value. So we can see the floor price for an unclaimed Goon is 0.23 ETH, whereas for Goons that have their bots claimed already, it's 0.16 ETH. And same for the card packs. We can see here, every Goon NFT comes with a free card pack that consists of 5 cards, and you can see which ones have and have not claimed their card packs already. Now, outside of the card pack statuses, the next key trait I would say is probably the different types of fur, with the rarest being these ones down here: lava, tribal neon green, and LSD. Now the art on these rare furs is pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. I love the look of these lava Goons. They currently have a floor price of 2 ETH. So as you can see, compared to the rest of the collection, they are valued quite a bit higher by the rest of the community. And there is no known benefit to these rare furs at the moment, just speculation of some other benefits that may come down the road for having Goons of these rare furs, but nothing is known for sure. So we can see that was the tribal neon green furs here. Now these are the LSD furs, which just look amazing. I think the LSD furs may be my personal favorite. It's hard to say between them and the lava. The tribal neon green, very cool as well. These are the 3 rarest furs in the collection. And we can see all the other traits off to the side here. There's chain characters, just the faction, bear versus bull, clothing, earrings, eyes, fur, hat, horns, mouth, and nose ring are all the different traits that have a variety of different options across the Goons core Genesis NFT collection. Another key utility of the Genesis NFT collection is you receive a 10x multiplier on the GOB Play to Earn token when the game is released in full and the Play to Earn mechanics are live. So this game will be free to play for everybody, but by holding a Goon, you earn 10x the Play to Earn tokens that you otherwise would if you did not own a Goon. This is from a Medium article released by the team a little bit ago. And another thing I want to touch on within this article that I think it's not talked about much within this ecosystem, but it's one of the coolest things about the Goons game and what they're building that has absolutely massive potential, and that is this GOB partner program. So it says here, I will put the link to this Medium article in the video description as well. Building on from the achievement system, we now have 2 key routes to securing partnerships with other NFT projects. Some that could be helped with more utility, and others that simply want to give their members access to the coolest trading card game in the world. More user growth. So they talk about how they can easily add other partner projects and their NFT collections to the game. Imagine a lazy lion, penguin, or dog combined with Goon cards to earn GOB token rewards. So we see here, let's view the potential GOB rewards earned from battles in the following way. So you can play for free and earn tokens. If you're a gold partner and you have a gold partner NFT collections NFT in your wallet and activated, you'll earn a 3x multiplier, 5x multiplier for a diamond partner, and then 10x for the Goons Genesis NFT collection. So this is just a very cool way of growing the Goons community and getting other NFT collections involved and give their communities reasons to buy some of the Genesis card packs and NFTs to play the game with and use their NFTs that they already own as part of other communities to come on board within the Goons community. I just think this is such a cool concept, and I absolutely love what the team is doing with this. We're now going to look at the Goon Bods of Balatroon collection. You can see here they currently have a floor price of 0.048, and as I mentioned a little bit ago, when the Genesis collection was first released or shortly after, every NFT could claim a bod for 1-to-1. You could get one bod for every one Goon NFT that you owned, and you can filter on the marketplace to see what Goon NFTs still have not had their bods claimed or minted up to this point. So it adds that little bit of extra value for still having the bot available, because you can see here with a floor price of just about 0.05 ETH, it adds about 0.05 of ETH value at least to Goons that still have not claimed their bods. And the only known utility at the moment for these is the passive GOB generation. You get 10 GOB per day for every bod you own, and then if it's paired with a Goon, you get that +2 GOB multiplier. There will be more utility for these coming down the road. We just aren't exactly sure what it is yet, but nonetheless, you can see all the different traits here, and they do have what is called the Goons of Balatroon factory, where you will go to mint these bods, and you can actually pick the traits you see here yourself. However, because I've already minted all of my bods, I can't actually get into the factory to show you. But if we take a look here at this video on the Goons of Balatroon official YouTube channel, when the factory was first released, you can kind of see how things look, although it has since been updated and improved since the release of this video, and some of the traits are different, but nonetheless you get an idea of what that factory looked like when you would go to mint a bod if you own a Goon that still has one available. Last but not least, for the NFTs, we're going to look at the land parcels for the world of Balatroon. So I have the world map pulled up here. It is divided into 12 different terrains, with the NFTs looking like this. They vary in 3 levels from level 1 to 3, with each land parcel containing a creature on it, different resources that can be generated from that land parcel, and some of them even contain relics varying in rarity, as well as the creatures, which go anywhere from common up to legendary. So that's the same for relics and creatures. You can get common up to legendary. And then for the resources at the bottom of the land parcel NFTs as well, some vary in rarity as well, with certain ones being more common than others. As I said, there are 12 different types of terrain that can be owned as land parcel NFTs in the world of Balatroon. There is bayou, plains, butte, valley, jungle, mountains, desert, forest, wasteland, snow, salt flats, and tundra. As you can see, the art team absolutely crushed it with the style and design of these land parcel NFTs. Land is something that has been teased in the ecosystem for a little while now, and we are just so thrilled with how these turned out. I'm such a big fan of the kind of wacky, goofy art style that is so consistent throughout the Goons of Balatroon ecosystem, with the Goons, the cards, and now the land parcel NFTs. Just want to give a lot of love and a big shout out to the art team involved with this project, because this is some of the coolest land parcel NFT art that we have seen in the NFT space up to this point. Now, you may be thinking, sure, these land parcel NFTs look cool. I like all of the traits with the creatures and relics and stuff, but what can these provide for me? What do these NFTs allow me to do? Well, you can see on the screen here some of the land utility that comes with owning one or multiple of these land parcel NFTs. You can maximize staking rewards. They have multiple staking pools open. They actually just closed recently for a period of time for you to stake your GOB tokens in, which we're going to briefly look at next, the GOB token. So by owning land, you can get an increase on your GOB staking rewards. You earn rewards from loot box minting and energy, something that we don't know a ton about yet, exactly how loot boxes and energy is going to work within the ecosystem. More on that is going to come in the future as the game is closer to release for sure. Generate resources. Those are what you can see at the bottom portion of each land parcel NFT is what resources that parcel produces by owning it. Rare relic bonuses, and you can collect rewards from all economic activity per land. This is something huge that they are doing with land parcel NFTs, as you actually get to benefit from the economic activity of the entire Goons of Balatroon ecosystem. More details on this are TBA as well, but a lot of hype has kind of been brought around land recently with the announcement and reveal of all the various utility that is going to come from owning these land parcel NFTs. Looking back on the staking pools that are available for landowners, you can see that the more land you have, the better rewards, the better APY you can have on your staking. So they have this community pool here that is available for anybody who owns the GAP token. At the moment, these are closed as of 3 days, 8 hours ago, but they will be opening again in the future. So the community pool has an early APY of 13%, meaning you can withdraw your tokens after 90 days, but if you let them in there for a full 365-day maturity period, you get a 50% APY. If you own one land, that increases to 19% early and 75% mature. 5 lands, 25% and 100%. 20 lands plus, you get 38% and 150% APY. And now we can see here the landmark pool. You get a 50% early APY and a 200% maturity APY. Now, how landmarks work is there are 24 of these in total on the World of Balatroon map. These are extremely exclusive land parcels. Each terrain has 2 of them, and some very lucky members of the community have these revealed to them on Mint Day or on reveal of Mint. And there are going to be a variety of benefits that come with owning these landmarks, and one of them is these significantly increased staking rewards that you get to have on your GOB token by owning one of them. Now, the last feature of the Goons of Balatroon ecosystem we are going to cover is their GOB token. Currently available on Gate.io, Uniswap, and QuickSwap. This is the ecosystem token that powers gameplay, utility, and governance for the Goons of Balatroon. Exclusive perks at a discount. You can use GOB to get discounts on card packs, stake and use to obtain land, and of course earn it through gameplay in the Goons of Balatroon card game when their play to earn mechanisms are live. We can see here they are generating a holistic economy. I just want to give a quick shout out to the art team again, as I love all the backdrop art on this GOB token page here on their website. So you can generate passive yield by leasing your GOB assets to other players, put your tokens to work and earn GOB via staking. Our economy is self-sustaining. Its fixed supply and single token nature combined with numerous use cases mean you'll need all the GOB you can get. The GOB economy is built to last. NFT staking is built with a 2-year runway. So that, of course, is the yield you generate from owning the Goon and Goonbot NFTs. You can also generate tokens by leasing your Goons out to other players. So if you own multiple Goons, you can lease or rent them out to other players to use, and then you passively generate from their gameplay. So by owning or by using your Goon, the scholar or person leasing your NFT from you is able to generate more tokens. And at the same time, you are earning from their gameplay as well. It's a great system, this NFT scholarship rental system that so many ecosystems are putting in play now. I'm very excited for this to come to fruition with the Goons. And this token is a key to the Goons of Balatroon metaverse. We'll read this little blurb here. All aspects of our ecosystem are interconnected, and the utility token powers our circular economy. Use GOB to enhance your game and customize your experience with skins, card backs, and more. Use GOB to utilize your duplicate Goon cards and craft higher rarity NFTs. Use GOB to customize your bot NFTs with unique traits. GOB is the key to the metaverse, giving holders access to tournaments, challenges, and other exciting activities. So they are planning a ton of utility around this token, with more to come in addition to the Land Battler game. But I love what they're doing with the ability to craft duplicate cards into ones of higher rarity, the idea of skins and card backs and all those cosmetic effects that you'll be able to unlock via the GOB token, the token you'll be earning through your gameplay, that is also available on the various exchanges, Gate.io, Uniswap, and QuickSwap. I'm sure more in the future. But I really like everything that they have planned for this token so far and all of the utility that will be coming as more of this ecosystem develops and is rolled out. One important thing in regards to the GOB token, as we look here at the project roadmap on their project overview on GameFi.org, is we see here 2022 Q4, the MGOB in-game currency launch. So MGOB is going to be the World of Balatroon in-game currency that you can use for all the various activities in-game. Now, to our understanding, this currency is going to function very similar to how Riot Points work in League of Legends or V-Bucks work in the Fortnite ecosystem. These are going to be tokens that you can convert regular GOB into MGOB for, that you then buy all the in-game items for, whether they're cosmetic or for gameplay, vice versa. To my understanding, most of what you can purchase is going to be cosmetic. There's going to be no pay-to-win functionality outside of using GOB to purchase cards to improve your deck. So as we wrap up here, looking at some of the exciting stuff coming on the roadmap, we can see everything in Q3 of 2022 has already been reached. The GOB TGE, World of Balatroon land sale, and card game closed beta for the community. Each of those have already taken place. Coming up soon, we have the achievement system, loot boxes launch, card expansion series, XP launch, landmark functionality, and the Land Battler game all coming. A lot more to look forward to in 2023 of Q1 through Q4 with everything such as early access CCG beta open to the public, card crafting, NFT leasing, international community tournaments, and then later in the year, esports trials, 3D Balatroon Gooniverse, launch of Land RPG, and expanded integrations. So you can see there's so much to come for the Goons. If you think this team is stopping at just a card game, you are sorely mistaken. I have just been consistently impressed with the quality and just excitement of all of the updates that this team has been bringing to the table. And at By the Fire, we are just so thrilled to be part of this project, a part of this ecosystem, and cannot wait for everything that the Goons have in store for holders of their NFTs and token. And that will do it for our project spotlight on the Goons of Balatroon. There was a lot of information to cover, but as you can see, there's an absolute beast of a GameFi ecosystem being built here. An elite, high-level card game that is a ton of fun and is only going to get better as it advances. Another thing worth noting on the land and metaverse side of things is that the Goons of Balatroon are partnered with Vulcan Forged, our primary gaming project at By the Fire, creators of Vulcanverse and the Elysium blockchain, soon to be the blockchain of metaverses. This partnership is huge because not only will the Goons have one of the best, if not the best and most fun CCGs on blockchain, but their partnership with Vulcan Forged opens the doors for immense potential in the metaverse space that most projects just simply would not have. They already have the World of Balatroon, they already have the land parcel NFTs minted, so time will tell what the team is able to do with all of this, but I for one cannot wait to see it. As we wrap things up here, I want to thank you for taking the time to check out our spotlight on the Goons of Balatroon. If this is your first time visiting us here at By the Fire, I encourage you to check out our website at bythefire.io to learn more about what we're doing as a guild in the Web3 space. If you are a gamer looking for scholarship opportunities in Web3 gaming, we currently offer NFT rentals for Vulcanverse, the blockchain metaverse by Vulcan Forged, and soon we'll offer scholarship opportunities for the Goons of Balatroon, games like the Bornless, Big Time, and the Myth ecosystem, as well as those games roll out in the coming months and years. Join our Discord to learn how you can get in on the action for top earner rewards, member-exclusive tournaments, and much more coming in the future. Thank you again for taking the time to check out our project spotlight on the Goons of Balatroon, and I will see you in the next video.